Hey, what is up, guys? And welcome back to another Magic the Gathering online league. We're back with Eldrazi Ramp for on the play for game one. Are we playing against friend? I feel like it's Storm. That'd be my guess. Forest it could actually be Eldrazi Ramp. Stomping Ground Shock, Utopia Sprawl for green. And pass. And pass. Temple, it is Eldrazi Ramp. Do you have a Talisman to ramp? Rumble. No. Battle. Oh. Aggro. Well, that's unfortunate. Yep. Bajukabog. Target you. And pass. Prismatic Vista. Take two. And passing Rumble. Yeah, that Wastegate Battle Mage was pretty rough. Opponent's very nice. They're in the Eldrazi Tron Discord. So, if you do watch this, hello, MTGG. Hopefully you're doing well. I'll take the Ghost Quarter. I do need lands right now. I'm thinking I might go Talisman Impulse, but it's possible they have another Wastegate. I'm fairly certain they have a K command in hand's the only problem. I will hold. Yeah, almost 1000% certain they have a K command. Vista fetch 19. Waste. And show me the K command. Yup. X equals 2. Ram Scry draw. Yes. If I play a Cyrus 7 Death here, it will be a bit difficult for me to rally back. Not impossible, but still difficult. Top, draw. Passing. We could Ghost Quarter, but I think that'd be unwise for me right now with the current mana that I have. There's 7. Name Eldrazi. Red, green, white, Chrysalis. Resolves. Attack for 2, down to 14. Yep. What else you got? Draw. Wooded Foothill. Fetch. For a forest. Cast Sowing Myco. It's possible they could be on the Sowing Myco spawn themselves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, it doesn't matter if I Ghost Quarter the temple right now, I don't think. Tis a Myco non-kicked. I mean, I'm thinking to go temple here, yeah? We'll go temple. Hold K command. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And hold. 1, 2, 3. I don't think they play Emrakul, so I'm not too worried about that. I don't think. Their top end should be Devourer, Sire, and the likes. Hit that Heralds. Those 1/2s are now a bit of an issue. I mean, I would block and block. Yeah. Go to blocks. Block, block. Before damage. Sack. Ramp. And we'll say exile. And done. Sack it. Grow the Chrysalis. Yep. Yield all. So I should only take 3 here. Yeah, Herald making the spawns into 1/2s is pretty significant. Trade. Myco in Yard. 6 types in Yard. Emrakul is online. Is this a TKS? That'd be my only thought here if they tap for white, unless they misplayed. Definitely been a minute since I've played against Eldrazi Aggro. Sack. Looks like another K command then. Paying cost 4. Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. We'll sack in response and pass. I was a tad worried about that, admittedly. Alright, we'll draw Ice Still. So I will cast Ice Still. Ghost Quarter. Ghost Quarter, mill a card. And then I suppose what I'm tempted to do here then is to ramp. So I have one more card I can play for turn. Because what I can do is I can Ghost Quarter, let's say Bajuka Bog. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could knock them down again, but they should have another basic at least. I'm gonna Ghost Quarter my Bajuka Bog. Not sure if it'll be relevant. In that case, actually, let's go Ghost Quarter my Forest, yeah? Yes, for a Forest. Mill. There's Emrakul. I'll grab the Ghost Quarter, and then Talisman, and pass. And pass. Another Chrysalis. Which means I have to block the Chrysalis, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. Myco. But not kicked. Bajuka Bog. Kind of rude. but fine. We'll take the 6 down to 4. And draw MTGO. If I am able to block. Cast a non-kicked MTGO. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll do this. Yield all. Temple. So I'm gonna go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ghost Quarter Temple. Yes. Forest. Mill. Temple. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll then play. I guess I can go 8. We'll go Ghost Quarter, Mill, and Emrakul. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. Talisman. Breaker. Breaker will break the Cavernous Souls. Yield all. And pass. No attacks. And pass. Unclaimed territory, name Eldrazi. Bobble, redraw. Tap the waste. I mean, a line breaker wrecks me here. I'll block. Do you want to pump it? That is fine by me. Because we'll be able to recast it, no problem. Grafdiggers, that's fine. So we'll draw. K command. How many Emrakuls have we seen? 2 out of my 3. So let's leave up a green source then. Play Gemstone Mill. Temple Mill. And K command. Ramp Scry Draw. I guess leave up green red. 10. There's Shifting Wood. There's K return. So bottom, 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 bottom. 12. Not enough for me to be able to K return plus bottom. But I guess I could K return and then I could. It would clear the board as it stands, leaving just the Devourer. I'm not sure how much I like that though. Ugin seems like a decent choice. We could Ugin, draw MTGO. Bottom, bottom, top, top, draw. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ugin, no targets. Yield all. Draw. Gain 3. Cast Myco. Non-kicked. No targets. Yield all. For Shifting Woodland. Mill. Sire. Solid. I will pass. No attacks. And pass. Bone scoops it up. We'll take the win. Alrighty, so we definitely want Unholy Heat. Ghost Quarter is probably also a fine addition here. K return's okay. It's not the greatest, but not the worst either. So trim on the Rumble. No need for Counter Souls or Bajuka Bog, so we can probably just run it back like this, honestly. That would be my thought, at least. Yes, we can keep this. Would love to see a Talisman off Devourer. Or even Utopia Sprawl. I will pass in full. Cavern Souls. Eldrazi. Passin. Trigger. There's the Sprawl, but there's also K command. I think I'm going to take the K command then. Because that means we can exile their turn 2 play. And also won't have to risk playing around or playing into a Wastscape. K command. And Temple pass. And pass. Temple. Line break. Pass in full. Take 4. Line break's a pretty good card. Draw. Emrakul. Tuck Devourer and pass. Temple. Another line break. Yeesh. So that's 10 down to 6. Not much I can do. Yep. End step. K command. Ramp Scry draw. And done. Sprawl, Talisman. I'll take the Talisman so I can play this Chrysalis. I'm not sure it's going to be enough. And draw. Sire helps out though. So in that case, I'll play the Forest. And pass. And pass. Can you deal with the Sire? For a theoretical 13 life. Null Drifter, evoked. Wastscape, Battle Mage, bouncing. Yep. I will concede. On to game 3, bring back Rumble, trim the Gemstone, run it back. Yeah, I mean, the fast line breaker plays is where Eldrazi Aggro sees, is its strongest, right? The problem that I have with it is that is its strongest line, and there's only 4 Eldrazi line breakers or similar cards. If they print more aggressive Eldrazi that mirror or are close to line break, I could see Eldrazi Aggro being more of a deck. The problem is that just isn't. On the play for game 3. I like it, but I don't. So I'm going to mulligan, I think. Like, we have 7 hits off top, but yeah, I'm going to mulligan. This hand is better. I'll keep. pitch what? I mean, we like the K command, we like the Charismas, we like the Myco, so I think pitch the Heat. Done. But Mulligan's down to 5. Down to 4. So, Wolverine Catacombs, fetch Surveil, Temple, hold up X1. We are looking for another color for Chrysalis. And pass. And hold. Temple. I'll fetch. Surveil. Sprawl, top, and pass. Draw, temple, sprawl for green. Pass. And pass. Cavern of Souls, name Eldrazi. For flesh. Draw. In that case, I think we want to get rid of flesh here. Stomping Ground tapped. Or Ghost Quarter. We'll go Stomping Ground, Shock rather. And then ramp and exile flesh. Done. And pass, because they might be short on mana and needing flesh to ramp. Prismatic. Forest. Chrysalis. Draw. Ugin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can go Chrysalis. Trigger. And kick. Target. Yield all. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll grab a Sanctum of Ugin. And pass. And pass. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 8, 9. So I won't have room for Emrakul. I guess it's still 12 though. Yeah. Resolves. Resolves. Do you have another Chrysalis? Or a Myco? Looks like a Myco. Rampin'. That's fine. Do you play Ghost Quarter? Temple. I also don't even think they would be able to even contemplate going Ghost Quarter there. Sire's pretty solid, but we'll cast the Ugin first. And done. Yield all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. For a Myco. Draw. Impulse pass. No attacks. And pass. The Ugin alone can win me the game. Next turn we can kick Myco. Looks like a line break potentially. No, another Chrysalis. Yep. No attacks. And draw. Plus Ugin. Ice Till. Ice Till's a -2, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4. I mean, we could play Mycospawn but yeah, this should be GG's. At the temple. And grab a temple. I guess I could also even grab a ghost core, but no. Temple's probably fine. And pass. As long as the Ugin stays alive, we win. Like, we have the blockers. We ult next turn. We just win on the spot. Opponent scoops it up. We'll take the win. Solid stuff. Well, with that being said, we'll be back for match number 2. Alright, we're back for match 2 on the play for game 1. I'll keep... Almost wish I was on the draw, though, I'm not gonna lie. Ham would be absolutely gas. Commercial District Surveil, Misty Rainforest top, and pass, and pass. Island. One's Teenkin. I mean, turn 1 Island Blaze, Preordained, Tameo, Thought Scour, Otherworldly Gaze, but that's only in like Dredge Phoenix. What else? I mean, I guess also there's plenty of artifacts right now they could play on turn 1. I guess Pinnacle Emissary would work, yeah. They could Pinnacle Emissary, theoretically. Opponent's thinking hard, though. Either that or Harley Tinkin. So, we'll take a quick pause and return once they've passed priority. Oh, never mind. Ease a Bobble. Bobble resolves. Bobble target me. Bobble. Bobble, bobble. Opal. Emery. Could be Cutter. Could be Song of Creation, but looks like Affinity to me. Bobble target me. Yep. And pass in full. Bobble trigger, draw, and draw. Misty Rainforest fetch for a forest. Sprawl for red. Rumble for Emrakul. We're not really close to Emrakul, so I'm gonna go Myco and pass. And this way we can kick Myco next turn. I'll hold in case they repeal the spawn token. And we can grab back Bobble, of course, or even hell, the Pinnacle Emissary. Could still be a Cutter version versus straight up Affinity of Kappa. No, I'm leaning more towards just Affinity of Emery main. Pinnacle Emissary Warp. Emery target Bobble. And triggers. Bobble, target me. And passing. That is A-okay by me, because I'm about to kick your only land. They draw. Rumble. Temple, kick, Myco. Yield all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11. Bone's gonna scoop it up. We'll take the win. Not entirely sure how I'm going to want to sideboard here. Because I'm assuming it's Affinity. I still package out. We don't want Bog out now. So in that case, trim an Emrakul. So Nature's Claim, Vaccine Bauble, Fade, and I suppose normally I'd only trim one, but I guess I'll trim both K returns with the Bauble sticking in. Yeah, probably. A lab would make all the difference here, and we'll keep. Opponent mulligans down to 6. Reveal. Pass. Steam Vent Shock. Pinnacle Emissary. Yep. Bobble. That's 3. Passing. Warp. And trigger. There's a Sprawl. Sprawl does ramp us. Honestly, half tempted the K command out the drone, but we'll Sprawl. Bobble. Or not. Play around Blood Moon. And go Forest, Sprawl, Red. And pass. And pass. Saga. Want to get rid of Saga as quickly as possible. Emery. Mill. There's Amber. Interesting. Amber definitely is not common. Draw. Cavernous Souls. Play Temple. The question now becomes, do I guess the Emery could theoretically go Pinnacle Emissary as well. Well, I'm tempted to K command out both Amber and Emissary, to be honest. I will ramp, exile cards in yard. Though, actually, maybe it's best for me to wait. Then we potentially have to play around Rebuke. And I think now is probably the right time. Ramp and exile cards in yard. Amber, Pinnacle, and done. And pass. So they can still bobble and then grab that back. Though they choose not to. Interesting. Next turn we can devour the Emery. Fetch Misty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Short 1 Kappa. Moon. Played around that. Opal. Bobble. I'm gonna grab back Bobble. And that's fine. Attack for 1. And draw. Bobble, doing bobble things. This means Saga's locked in, which is a bit frightening. Stomp. Chrysalis, yield all. So yeah, finding a fade here would be good. One, two, three, four. Yep, this is fine. We'll pass. And hold. They can make a construct if they want. Land. Only one, technically two islands. Since they have the opal. They could replay Pinnacle Emissary here. Shadow Spear. Bauble. And 2 draws a turn's pretty good. Emery. Bauble. And pass. Draw. And draw. K command's solid. So, how do I want to proceed here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9. Chrysalis. Yield all. Four, 5, 6, 7. The only downside, though, is that I won't have double colorless. I wonder if it is correct to hold up the K command. They do know about it. I'll play the Talisman. Yield all. Shouldn't that prior... Actually, no. I guess doing it now is fine. Go to combat. Swing for 3. You know about the K command, so you definitely want to block this, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ramp and scry draw? Or ramp and exile? I guess they have one card in hand. If they had a consign, though, I feel like they would have used it. I'm not too afraid of just one construct here. I guess I should... Yeah, we'll just do this. Though... Sack 1 to start. Play around a Galvanic Blast, I suppose. Leave back 2. K command X equals 2 and done. I guess I should have... should have tapped the Talisman and left 1 extra spawn. Bottom, top, draw. And yes, that resolves. Another K command and Devourer. Saga makes a construct. Tis a 5/5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. I mean, as it stands, I have lethal on board. The drone can't block. They have a blocker in the way of a construct. When they go to equip the Shadow Spear and pass, we can just K command the construct. Scry draw. Bobble doing bobble things, yep. Emery. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, that's fine. Bobble. I feel like they're gonna want to equip the Shadow Spirit to the construct. Otherwise, they are in a bit of a pickle, right? Yep, that is fine. Doesn't give it Hexproof or anything, so that's okay. Combat. Go to end step. Scry draw exile. And done. Which means I have lethal on board, and opponent scoops it up. We'll take the win. Solid. We'll be back for match number 3. Alright, we're back for match number 3 on the play for game 1. I will keep. Love to see a K command here. Reveal. Trigger. No K command, but find the rumble. Stomp, shock, sprawl, green, and pass. And pass. Flooded Strand. Steam Vent, shock is his prowess. Rag, could be blink, could be zoo. We'll draw. In that case, Ugin Lab, imprint Ugin. Green, green, colorless, green, colorless, rumble. Take the Myco and pass. You have a kicked Myco at the very least next turn, if not a Devourer. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I think I'll just block here. Go to blocks. I don't want you pilfering and ramping. If it just pilfer, that'd be one thing. The fact that it gives a treasure too is obnoxious. End step and draw. K command. Tempted to hold up the K command then for the Felia. Because they shock that in. Unless they're holding up a Consign, which is another reason for me not to play the Myco. I'll hold. Consign then. Land. Begin combat. Cast, ramp, and exile the Rag. Done. Pass in full. There's the Consign as expected. Rag will pilfer. Talisman. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, too short. Arid Mesa, fetch 14. Oh, they play the Talisman to ramp. Sacred Foundry, shock 12. blue-red, talisman, and draw. Kick the Myco spawn. Kick the blue-white source. Cavernous Souls, name Eldrazi. The body hits the board and I'll pass. And pass. Flage, Flage Helix. Ragavan Pilfers. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And Pilfers and Ice Till. And draw. The body's gonna hit board regardless. Yeah. Yield all. Our turn, comrade. Do you have a Solitude? There's Solitude pitching Efem. Exiling the Emrakul. Efem, Fable, Strix. Counter target artifact creature or planeswalker. I will draw. There's Consign. So we could do a few things here. Unfortunately, because of Rebound, it gets exiled. That is awkward, because I'd like one more. Oh, I see what I can do here. So we'll have to Ragavan attack. Trigger. Consign the trigger. And then... The only issue of that, right, is... I almost want to Efem the Flage. We're at 27, so having Flage on board is not the end of the world. Okay, go to main. So I will go to combat. Attack with Rag. I'm going to hold priority. Rag trigger. On the stack, consign the Rag trigger. Pay blue, red, red, white, white. Pay blue for consign. Yield all. Second main, cast Flage. White, or rather, red, white, white, red. One, two, three, four, five. Flage. Helix. Rag. Escape trigger. Yield all. Yield all. And pass and pass. They do have Efem to theoretically protect the Flage. land, so Ephem. Yep, there's the Fable. They still have Ephem plus Strix, which Strix is more or less dead. Down to 16. And draw. Myco. 2, 4, 6, 7. 8, -2, 6, or short 1. Exile the Flage. Again, they can Ephem it, Helix me, and put Flage back in the yard. Myco spawn will then be able to grab Bajuka Bog and exile Flage from yard. And there's the Ephem. Down to 13. Rebound. They can put technically 2 cards into yard off of Fable, so they find a fetch, they can replay Flage is the only downside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, missing 2 for the Ugin. Flage Strix, do you find a fetch? You do. So you have another Flage. Down to 10. Surveil. Leaves a Flage in yard is the idea then. Yep, Helix down to 10. No attacks, 1 in hand. We'll draw. Sprawl. Sprawl in the forest. For red. So I kick the Myco or the World Break. 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can't do the World Break and the Ugin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 now. Kick the Myco. Kick Myco. Hit double blue, double red. Triple blue, white. Quadruple red. So red, quad red. In that case, white, blue, yield all. We could Bajuka Bog the Flage out of yard. We also could go Sanctum for the Ugin. That is an option. Let's go Sanctum of Ugin. Yeah. And pass, no attacks. Fable flip. Trigger, 2 cards in hand. 1 card in hand. Combat. Attack. Helix me or Helix Myco? Helix. MTGO. Go to blocks, block. Second main. End step. Return Ugin to hand. Draw. Rumble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I will start with Rumble. And there's a temple. Play the temple. I think I'm going to start with Breaker. And Breaker, the reflections of Kiki Jiki. Reflections down, yes on the Sanctum for another Emrakul. Could also go Maiko for the Bajuka Bog. But I think the Emrakul's probably the better choice here in the grand scheme. Yeah, the Emrakul is probably the better choice. And pass in full. Felia. Scouting Tarn fetch. Surveil. To Yard. Trying to fill the Yard back for another Emrakul. We'll hold. We'll take 2 down to 8. Riddler. Riddler draw 2, but no blue sources up, which is very relevant here. Does the Felia attack? And there's a blue source, of course. I mean, landing the Emrakul seems correct in the grand scheme. Because right now we're playing around Consign to Memory. Opponent's thinking hard here on their next step because they could attack Felia, attack Goblin Shaman, get 2 damage in, right? Otherwise, they could Felia, Flicker, Riddler, draw another 2. You've only seen 2 consigns out of the 4 they play main. Go to combat. Attack. Flicker. Attacking, flickering the Riddler. Yield all. Go to blocks. Block and block. Felia down. Prismatic. That's fine. Flage. Warp, draw, or rather, draw 2 off of red. Draw. Talisman 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Emrakul. Consign to memory. Yep. Body will still hit the board, will pass, no attacks. And pass. Opponent draws 2. That's their 3rd consign out of 4. Oh my word. Fetch Arid Mesa to 22. Surveil. Mount into yard. Riddler. Riddler warp draw 2. That's right, draws 3. Because the Riddler triggers stack. And there's Flage. Flage hits board, Helix me, I'd imagine. Down to 7. 4 cards in hand. Attack with the Goblin Shaman. Block. Feels like a consign then. Do they really find the last consign? Warp. Feels like it. Draw. Stomp. I mean, I think I have to just go for it, right? Ugin. Attempt to exile Flage. Flage down. Ugin resolves. We could exile the Riddler with Talisman, but I don't think there's a reason to. We'll plush draw a card. K return. Stomping around tapped and pass. Thinking no attacks here. We just kind of sit back for a turn. White Ephem. Felia. Pass. We'll be able to exile their entire board next turn. 3 in hand. They have another Riddler in exile that they can play. And they're short 3 on the Flage. And they can at least put in 2 in TR between Felia and the fetch. Blue colorless. White. I guess they could go with Solitude. And then Felia Flicker Solitude. Attack Ugin for 6, down to 3. This is an option. Could also be Teferi. So currently, if they're able to Flage and hit me for the full 6, I'll be at 1. Rag. Still at 1. And Ugin's also at 1. Unless they have another Flage in hand. It is not outside the realm of possibility. Down to 2. Bolt. I guess maybe I should have talismaned the Quantum Rid. We would have... No, actually we still would have been dead, wouldn't we? If I would have talismaned, exile the Quantum Rid, it would have saved me 4 damage up to 3, but I wouldn't have gain 3, so I'd be exactly at 0. Wild. Alright. Yes. Eden. And... Link on the play. 1 return, 1 gemstone. Run it back. That's so unfortunate. So unfortunate. Yeah, I wonder if I could have run the Emrakul turn a bit differently. On the play for game 2, I'll keep. I have to play around Charmaw now. Yeah, even if we had exiled the Rid, it wouldn't have mattered. That Felia was the linchpin in it all. Was not expecting the Tef. Opponent is playing around the clock now. They're down to 10 minutes. So we do go to a game 3. They do need to be mindful of that. Opponent down to 6. And keeps Forest, pass, and pass. Steam Vent Shock for a Rag. Yes. 7 mana value spell. Sprawl. Cavern of Souls, name Eldrazi, and Rumble. There is Temple, there is Talisman. Talisman does give me red for heat. I'll grab the Temple. Well, we could go Devourer for the lab. That is also a genuine consideration. The only downside of doing that, of course, it puts us at risk, or more at risk of a Charmaw. I'll grab the Temple and pass and hold. We'll block the Rag. Go to attacks. Block. Ragavan is just such a pain. Draw. Talisman. Temple. Cast Myco, because at least we'll have a body on board. Eldol. Do you counter the trigger? You do not. In that case, I'm going to go for a fetch. And hold up the Unholy Heat. I'll pass. Arid Mesa. Only 3 types in yard. Sacred Foundry Shock for Ophelia. In response, fetch. Shock. Resolve. And heat. The dog must always die. And pass. Flooded Strand, fetch down to 12 for a Flage, Helix, Charmaw. Charmaw hits Temple. Yep. No attacks. I'll draw. Temple. Sprawl. For red. Temple. If we're going to fire off this K command, we should do it now. X equals 3. And done. Chrysalis K returns Stomp. Definitely want the Chrysalis. Not sure we want the Stomp right now. K returns Tempt, I'm going to say no. Chris top and pass. No attacks. We'll take 4 down to 13. Blue, white, Riddler, Warp, draw a card. You have an EFEM for the Riddler. Parlor Surveil. Fable to yard and passing combat down to 13. No matter what, this Chrysalis will resolve. Riddler Warp. And draw. Forest. I'll play a Forest and red, 2 green. Chrysalis trigger. Talisman and pass, no attacks. Scouting turn fetch down to 11. Riddler, draw a card. Do you have a Solitude? Doesn't seem like it. Draw. Another Chrysalis. Red, green, 2 triggers, and pass. And hold. We can play anything in our deck right now. Arena of Glory is a bit concerning. These Cavern of Souls, I imagine, a bit of a thorn in their side. Blue, red, white, Flage, Helix. Targets me down to 10. Ephem down to 7. They can haste it, which will mean I'm down to 1. Ugh. Begin combat. And draw. World Break. Green, 2, 4, 1, 2. Trigger targets. Do you have a consign? No consign. And they have double red, or triple red, triple white, so it doesn't matter, but stopping the haste is relevant. I might have to start attacking here. The thing is they have a Thalia we lose. I have to hold back then. Awkward. Rebound. Target Riddler. Draw a card. Main. Surveil. Plains to Yard. Flage. Yikes. Down to 4. Yep. End step and draw. Okay, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Cast Emrakul. Yield all. Do you have consign? Trigger resolves. Body resolves. And our turn. Opponent scoops it up. We'll take the win. Alrighty. We will trim a rumble, bring back gemstone, run it back. 5 minutes on the clock for opponent. Slower than I would like. We're on the draw though. I'll take pass. Floodstrand fetch. Of course, the rag on one. Sorry, there's only 4 copies of that card, but it feels like 8. We'll draw. Stomp. Verdant Cat and pass. And hold. Well, we'll rag pilfer today. Rag pilfers. a talisman. Oof. Would have, I mean, it's not the end of the world, but I would have liked it. Hollowed Fountain, Shock, Flage, Fable, Sack, Surveil, Trigger, Sprawl top, and pass, draw, Forest Sprawl, for red, Rumble, boy, Emrakul, and pass, and hold. To pitch or not to pitch? Opponent is discarding. Double Flage. Not thrilled about that. Land for turn. Maybe I should have actually put Emrakul into yard since I have the Shifting Wood. Go to blocks. 15 all. And draw. You have to be joking me. Cast Talisman of Impulse. Bajukabog, target opponent, pass in full. Flage is out. Fetch Flooded Strand, 14. Surveil. Yeah, maybe I should have put Emrakul into yard. Pass. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3 short. 4 down to 11. Triggers. Pilfers. A Sire 7 death, which thankfully they cannot play unless they have a land drop. Yeah. That's a Sire, which means that's lethal next turn. Draw. I'll concede. That's brutal. And I was hoping on the drop on the top decks and Rumble, and fortunately just saw nothing of value. Putting that Emrakul to yard actually may have been the right choice earlier, though I'm not sure I ever would have had an opportunity to play the Shifting before it mattered. Unfortunate. That being said, we'll be back for match number 4. Alright, we're back for match 4. On the play for game 1, I will keep looking for a soul land off top. Opponent mulligans down to 6. Reveal. Trigger. Ghost Quarter or a Forest. Excuse me. I'll go Ghost Quarter. And Stomping Ground. Tapped and pass. And pass. Sacred Foundry Shock 4. My Nemesis. Draw. Temple. Pass. Could be Blink. I probably should have played around Consign. I'm assuming it's energy because Sacred Foundry Shock. And done. Frag down. And hold. Red for Marsh Flats, fetch. Plains. Bombardment, passing. Windswept Teeth. Windswept Teeth, fetch. For a forest. Let's play around Blood Moon. Windswept Teeth, mill a card. And then pass and hold. That's my only thought of why they would have went for a Plains with Marsh Flats, potentially a Blood Moon on 3. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We potentially have Emrakul next turn. Sacred Foundry Shock. They could Flage, Rag, and a Johnny. Makes a cat, which means you can sack cat, target, explore. No, it's not going to be enough. Unless you sack... Okay. You'd have to sack the cat. 2. Okay. In response, commercial district, mill, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, yield all, top, and pass, draw, Ugin Lab, imprint, and cast Devourer. Eat the Johnny. And pass, and pass. Flooded Strand. Paying cost for Pyro. Pitch 1. Draw 2. Only way they're getting through this Devour is with a Static Prison at this point. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and Ocelot Pride. Draw, Verdant Cat. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep, we're good. Thraben Charm does clear the Devourer now. What say you, opponent? Land, 1 in hand, fetch down to 10. Surveil. Keeps it on top. Begin combat. No attacks. End step. Fetch Verdant Cat. Stomping Ground tapped. Emrakul to hand. And draw. Our turn, comrade. Imagine you sack your board, ping me down to 14. I was just going to scoop it up. We'll take the win. Alright. Bring in the Unholy Heat, trim a Rumble, and a Cavernous Souls, and run it back. I am somewhat considering, I guess I'm not expecting much energy. I'm expecting like 5 to 7% at RC Vegas. But I have half a mind to swap one of those Nature's Claim for a Rumble, to be honest. It is a genuine consideration. I'm just not sure if it's correct. On the draw for game 2. I mean, if we find a temple off top that is gas, I'll keep. I'll pass. No, turn Ragavan. Guide of Souls. Draw. Talisman Sprawl red. And pass. And pass. I'd love to find a land so I can go land Talisman Rumble. Because Double Chrysalis is fire here. Sacred Foundry Shock 4. A Johnny. Triggers. Take 1 down to 19. And draw. Temple. Perfect. In that case, Chrysalis. Yield all. And pass. And hold. Flooded Strand. Do you have a Bombardment? If you did, you should have played on turn 2 instead of the Johnny, which would have played directly into a K return. Fetch 19. 4. Blood Moon, that's fine. You can attack with a cat, theoretically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not going to block it, though. Instead, I'm going to kick your planes, I think. And then ramp. The thing is, if you attack with a cat, I block. No, I'm not going to block it. Opponent's thinking real hard. Do they? Don't they? Do they? Don't they? They're doing a hokey pokey with the cat warrior. Yeah, I'm not blocking it if they attack. Once I have another body on board, then I'll gladly do so. So I can send 2 at the Johnny flipped. And draw, Shifting Wood, and kick. Yield all. We don't have double green for the Ice Till turn, so I think I'm going to grab a Forest. And pass. No attacks. And pass in full. Next turn we have Rumble and Chrysalis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 5, 5, 4, Chrysalis. Yeah. I probably want to do in this order. What say you, opponent? If you have something in play, you should definitely attack first. Because yeah, if you attack with cat, I'm not blocking. At least not while you still have the ability to play another blocker. Because then you have 3 blockers. I'd have to attack it. I would have to attack through both. Yeah. Nope. I will not block this. All good. Three cards in hand. Onslaught Pride, trigger, makes a cat. Yep, glad I didn't do that. We'll draw. Lab. We'll play the lab. And then Talisman. Chrysalis. Trigger. Rumble. Rip. I'll grab the Misty, I suppose. I guess I already have a land drop, though, that I kind of want to keep this bog. Grab the Ghost Quarter. And we'll pass. No attacks. Yeah, the board state is becoming awkward, I will admit. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We have enough for Emrakul, which is pretty nice. K-Return 1000% just hoses them. I can't really block at this point. I can block the Onslaught Pride of a Spawn at the very least, if I need to. That does mean I get shorter and shorter on color sources, which I don't like. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, we can play everything in our deck right now as it stands. You just need to draw into it. K command to be solid. Tis a cat token. Probably attack him with the token and the warrior. Yep, we'll take 3 down to 14. Floatin'. Choosing not to. Probably has a discharge then. Paying cost for Pyro Pitch 2. Yield all. City's Blessings online. There's Flage. Interesting. You could have flipped a Johnny. Why didn't you? Weird. Pass in full. Well, I definitely need a K return here. We'll draw. Jesus. I'll play the Ghost Quarter since they know what that is. No, they know that I have it in hand. It's not looking good though. Our top decks have been hot garbage. Passing. And Holden. Yeah, I'm not sure why they wouldn't just flip the Johnny that last turn. I feel like that was definitely the better choice of the two. Also why they didn't float a cat either, for that matter. Let's attack with cats. Attacking with everything that's not relevant, sure. Guy trigger floats what? Chooses not to float again? Block, block, block. 2, 4, 7 down to 7, yeah? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We can block with one, but I mean, if they have any way to flip a Johnny, we're just dead regardless here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, we're just dead regardless, so. Bombardment, same deal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we'll do it like this. Down to 7. Still not sure why they're not floating. Like, just flip the cats. I feel like that's the best choice. Also, that pride isn't triggered at least. Too short of Flasion Yard. Land, 1 in hand. Yeah, they would have flipped the Johnny. Oh, yeah. That works. Alright. And pass and full. Alright, K return, K command would be solid. K return ideally, but also take a K command to dig deeper. Draw. Dude. Seriously? I'll play the Sanctum of Ugin and pass. I think I'm dead if they just Alpha Strike in. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'm just dead. I guess not. I can block with spawns, but no, I think I'm just dead. Yeah. I'm dead. Drawing nothing but bricks here in game 2. Unfortunate. As one downside of this deck, its top deck game is like 2 ends of the spectrum, never in the middle. It's either god-awful or fantastic. Unfortunate, though. I mean, if one just Alpha Strikes in, they win, right? Not much else I can do about that. But yeah, the fact they pitched a Johnny's strange to me. If they would have flipped the Johnny's, game would have been over 2 turns ago. Hell, even casting the Flage would have ended. Flipping the Johnny would have ended it 2 turns ago. So it's wild to me that they didn't do one of those 2 things, instead pitching both those cards to Pyro. A dashed rag. I mean, yeah, I'm dead. Alpha Striking? Yup. So what's our best case scenario here? I mean, they shouldn't attack a Johnny if I somehow have an out. Imagine if I had a K return right now. Oh, that'd be so sweet. Would be amazing. If this was in paper, I'd absolutely make my opponent's heart skip a beat by just tapping my red sources. Be the funniest damn thing. And are you gonna finally float a card? What in the what? Alright, well, so we go block, 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 and, oh wait, Guided Souls is here. Block, not that it matters. Done, dead. Yep. Alright, let's go to game 3. Bring the rumble in, trim the gemstone, run it back. So unfortunate. On the play for game 3. I like this hand, but I don't. I'm gonna mulligan. I'll keep this hand though. I'll keep, pitch the stomp. And done. Yeah, so I go Wooded Foothills, fetch. Fetch for a forest, sprawl red. And then if we find a temple, that would be excellent. Otherwise, we can sprawl again. For a red, and pass, and pass. Bloodstainmire, fetch 19, Sacred Foundry, shock 4. Guide. Draw, Chrysalis. In that case, Verdant Cat, sprawl for green, and pass, and hold. This feels very similar to last game right now. Guide of Souls attacks down to 18. End step, fetch, surveil, Myco top, and draw. Chrysalis trigger. And hold. Marshflats fetch. Surveil. We do have a kicked Myco next turn. 4, 6, -2, 4. He could also go Ice Till Chrysalis, funny enough. That is really tempting. I guess we could go first Chrysalis, then Ice Till. Pyro, pitch 2. If you pitch a Flage, I'm kicking and then Bajuka Bogging. Yield all. No Flage. No attacks. Draw. K command. So I'm thinking. Cut him short on resources. Or do we Ice Till? We can Ice Till into Chrysalis. Yeah, let's do this. Ice Till. Mill a card, always yield. Fetch for a forest. Shifting Wood is nice. Wooded Foothill. Fetch for a stomp. And shock. Or not shock. Crack. Chrysalis. And pass. No attacks. And hold. What say you, opponent? Ocelot Pride, trigger, Guide of Souls, Shore. Land for turn. And passing. Ocelot Pride triggers. And draw. Ugin. Shifting Woodland. Mill a card. Windswept Heath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Windswept Heath. Mill a card. Temple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Though I guess actually, how can I proceed here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 minus 3 would be 7. So I could kick Maiko, then Ugin. Alternatively, I can Ugin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then Maiko kick, yeah. So let's cast Ugin. I guess I should, in that case, fetch for a forest, mill a card, temple, Ugin, target Gaida Souls, Eldal, Ugin minus, or 0 rather, kick, and triggers, but we'll scoop it up, we'll take the win. Solid stuff. We'll be back for match number 5. Alright, we're back for match 5. On the draw for game 1, and interestingly enough, we're playing against our match 2 opponent who was on Affinity. Huh. This hand's weird. It does clear Emery, clears drones. Sure. We'll pass. Question is, do I Surveil on one or Bajukabog on one? I guess it depends on what they open up with. Steam Vent Shuck, 17, 4. Tameo. So it does feel like more cuttery than Affinity then. Interesting. Did we see Cutter? I don't feel like I saw Cutter. Windswept Teeth, okay. That makes the choice a bit easier. We'll pass. I can definitely flip this Tameo soon though, which is a bit concerning. Trigger. Oh, they can play a Cap, I think, on turn 2. Thoughtcast, draw a card. So it's definitely still Affinity, and they flip the Tameo regardless. Yikes. Yeah, this is not a good position to be in. Opal. And Emery on top of which. Yeah. Mill 4. Another Opal. I'll fetch. Surveil. Misty Rain. Top. Draw. Sees Misty Rain. Misty Rain, fetch. Forest. Talisman. Pass. Yeah, this ain't looking good. Just from the Tameo alone. Because we can play the Chrysalis next turn, or the Ice Till. Neither one really play well against Rebuke, but Chrysalis is a bit better by comparison. Tameo plus. Emery target Bobble, I'd imagine. Blue. EE for 2. I guess you could pop that now. Bobble. Bobble target me. And draw. K command. Fetch. Forest. Chrysalis. Eldal. Does the body hit the board? It does not. pass and full. This Tameo's trouble. Pass. I mean, as it stands, we have no way to deal with Tameo. They're gonna draw half their deck next turn. Yeah, I mean, flipping Tameo on like turn 2 is pretty good. Misty Rain, fetch. Breeding Pool. Why green? I guess for Myco. So again, it does feel a bit more cuttery than Affinity. Exiles my yard. Ping cost 4. EE cracked. Make sure I can't have 7. Let's say a Devourer. And then EE. Yeah. Emery, Bauble. I'm in danger. Bauble, draw. Draw. Talisman. Talisman. Bauble you. Pass. Or not, Bauble you. Bog you, pass. Draw half your deck. Alright, what damage can you do, friend? We're definitely not out yet, but I ain't looking good. He's a mite. It's another emissary. And I can get rid of all the drones and pay for Metallic Rebuke. Multiple rebukes, no. And I feel like I should just be dead here, but I guess we'll find out. Oh, there's Capo. Cool. Cool. Yeah, like I said, I feel like I should be dead. There's a Kappa. Again, you haste the Kappa. Saga trigger. Moots, you can haste the Kappa. And it's a big one too. It is an 8/8. 10/10. An 11/11. 14/14. One more and you got it. Bauble. Then Emery. Bauble. And haste it. And I cast a Fog. Imagine. Fog meta. Alright. That is, yeah, that is one way to lose. Alright. So Heat definitely in. Bauble definitely in. Fade in. Nature's Claim in. Cut the Ice Till package. Cut Gemstone. Keep Bog. Cut the K return, trim an Emrakul, and what else? I guess normally I don't bring in Heat. No, normally I don't. Yeah, I think maybe go like this. Let's do this. On the play for game 2. Yes, I'll keep this. He's a Vexing Bauble. Pass. Bauble resolves. And pass. Scouting turn, passing, and draw. Rumble. Rumble now or ramp? I will ramp. For red. And pass. 2, 4, 5. 4 normal. Thundering Falls Surveil. I'll make sure we set up the fade. And then we'll pass. I'd like a land so I can play this Rumble without having to worry about a Rebuke, though. Less than likely right now with Vexing Bauble on board, though I guess they can go Pinnacle Emissary and still set up enough. EE for 1 for the Bauble, and Utopia Sprawl for that matter. This should mean, however, that we can play Rumble without having to worry about a Rebuke. Yes, Rumble. Myco or Lab. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go Myco. And then cast Myco Spawn. Yield all. 1, 2, 3, 4. Consign to memory. Rude. And pass. And pass. Saga. I need a land now so I can fade, but I think I still want to hold the fade. Emissary. Drop all your zeros. Yeah, it hitting the Utopia Sprawl, definitely unfortunate. Maybe I should have went for the lab. Emery. There's EE in yard. Draw. Commercial district, surveil. Forest. To top. And we'll go to combat. And pass. Down to 14. We'll pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Saga trigger. Emery grabs EE. EE for 0. And perfect. Kappa. Kappa trigger. And draw. I will cast Fade from History. Yeah, this version, it makes sense for it to play Force. Shit. We'll pass. Saga trigger. And imagine you're grabbing a Tormod script. Makes a construct, Kappa, trigger. I'm in danger. Huh. What's my out? I guess you can also haste the construct. Bauble to draw more cards. Bauble target me. Well, this is bad news, bears. That is 8 damage down to 10. 9 damage down to 9. Bobble trigger. And draw. East and Emrakul. Do you have a consign? Of course you do. You have a rebuke. Not much better. No attacks. Flooded Strand. Flame. Destroy target artifact. I don't need to worry about the ward. Yes! So, go to main. We can flame the Kappa, right? We can flame the Kappa. I wish I could EE as well, though. Actually, I think I can. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2. Emery, Opal, 3. Yes. So go. The only downside then is Emery's still on board, right? Though it's a wizard? It is. So I can deal 5 damage to Emery. Perfect. So yes. So we'll go red. I guess actually let's do this first. Flooded Strand. Fetch. Down to 13. That will resolve. I'll grab a basic island. So we need to make sure we hold back a red. Because yes, 1, 2. So 1, 2. Clear. Right? 1, 2, clear. Emery grabs back Opal, but then only is Opal available. Ah, shit. Never mind. I shouldn't have fetched. I should have failed to find. Yeah, because then there's no Metalcraft, right? That is true. Damn. I didn't think about that. Yeah, I should have failed to find. I mean, we have to flame Kappa Emery. I just wish I could have. I thought I had the play, but I forgot that Opal needs Metalcraft and will only be 2 and not 3. And I don't think there's a way for me to do that unless... Do you have anything in yard? No. It just means there'll be a construct left over. So I wonder if there's a world where instead we flame Kappa construct and leave the Emery. Yeah, that might be the right move. So, because we can... Opal, Island, EE, Opal, but then it's only 2, so no Metalcraft. So that's just not an option. So we can flame, destroy artifact, deal 5 damage. Destroy artifact, deal 5 damage. Now kill the construct, kill the Kappa. Yes. Red, blue, red. Or red. Those 2 are dead. Then go to combat, attack Yeah, like I said, I should have failed to find. That was a misplay on my part. I thought I had the play, but I forgot that Opal needs Metalcraft. Or more accurate, that I just didn't know I would have. Did not think I thought I had Metalcraft, more or less. But I did not. I swear to God, if you wheeled into another Kappa. Emissary's fine. Tormod's Crypt, fine. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One short on Devour. I need a land here. Attack 1 down to 8. These drones are going to be an issue. What I'd love to see here probably is a whatchamacallit, lab. Ask and you shall receive. Exile Pinnacle. You have Rebuke mana, opponent concedes. Oof. That was a close one. Gemstone back in, trim a rumble, run it back. Alright. Let's see if we can lock in the 4-1. There's a Nature's Claim. I do like that. No, we do need a soul land. We have 8 hits off top. I will keep. I will pass. Surveil. Slow start from opponent. We like that. Bobble. Bobble target me. Bobble trigger. Draw. Sprawl for red. And pass. And pass. Draw. Misty. Pass. Scouting Tarn, fetch, surveil. Breeding Pool. Tapped. Seems like a very interactive hand from opponent. Land. And passing. Interesting. End step, fetch. Scouting Tarn, fetch. What is this, a Tishana's Tidebinder? That wouldn't work, would it? Siege Ship Impact. Sure. Yes. Surveil. Kind of rude. Sanctum to yard. Draw. Windswept Teeth. Pass. Paying cost for Tameo. Opal. End step, fetch. Stomp, tapped. Draw. Forest. Sowing. Do you have a consign? There's consign. And we'll pass. And pass. Maybe I should have kept the Sanctum of Ugin after all. Tamiyo trigger. Draws a card. 4 in hand. Passing. Draw. There's the temple. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Talisman. And hold. Investigate. Draw a card. 6 in hand. I'd love for you to tap down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Pinnacle Emissary. Opal. Trigger. Yield all. New Opal. Otawara. EE for 2. End step. Half tempted the Nature's Claim, the EE. K command ramp scry draw. And I have to ramp, or I have to play for 0, so I'm just gonna ramp scry draw here. See if you have consign. Rebuke. That's fine. I draw. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Do you have consign to memory? Body hits the board. Tamiyo in hand. Consign to memory drawn off the top. Big oofs. So we can attack with Tamiyo, consign the trigger, and opponent will scoop it up. Solid stuff. Awesome. Well, that one is going to be the end of tonight's league with a 4-1 record at the end of 5, with our only loss being to Blink, and definitely by a narrow margin in those games. But with that being said, that there will be the end of tonight's YouTube video. As always, if you did enjoy it, please do consider hitting the like button. Comment down below if you did see the lines that I missed and mistakes that I made, or any general feedback would be much appreciated. For as much that I hope you all learn from me in both my successes and failures, I hope I can learn from you all as well. Last but not least, if you have reached this point in the video and haven't already, please do consider hitting the subscribe button as we continue to grow this channel. However, if you do want to watch these videos recorded live over on Twitch, you can find me there Sundays through Thursdays at 10 p.m. CST and Fridays and Saturdays at 8 p.m. CST for the weekend challenges. However, if you do want to watch these videos early and ad-free, you can see them over on my Patreon. With that being said though, folks, I will see you next time. Bye-bye!